Yeah, stretching.
Bunch of funny questions. Yeah.
We should just start with, we assume you eat paleo, so what's your favorite meal?
Recorded live at Super Training Gym in Sacramento, California, this is Mark Bell's PowerCast, sponsored by ThePowerMagazine.com, HowMuchYouBench.net, and BSN, makers of NO Explode. Look for BSN products at bodybuilding.com. Alongside Silent Mike and Jim McDean, here's your host, Mark Bell.
I like it loud, baby.
Apparently.
It's got to be loud and clear.
Today's so much cooler than the other day. I'm feeling nice in here.
Just because there's a breeze.
Wait,
It's
hold
so
on.
hot.
Hold on.
My butt crack's getting a little... Ah, there you go. Yeah, pump up both sides
I'm not ready
equally.
yet. I'm not ready yet.
Or do you do 7 on the left and like 5 on the right?
7 on the, it's 12 and 10.
For you
12 and
audio
10.
only folks, he just had to pump up his shoes.
Oh,
got
he's
some
going to pull
pumps.
us.
He's
He's going
got
to pull
some-
a ham hocker.
Three,
Are those
four,
classic
five,
pumps?
6,
What's
7, 8, 9, 10.
what's the
Yeah, there's some sort of pumps
They're
of
fucking-
Reeboks.
I'm pumped, man.
Got some kind of Reeboks on.
How do you get a pump in the gym?
How do you get a scholarship?
I get a pump in the gym with NO
They
Explode
said you
and
can't
fucking
get a
pumps.
scholarship unless you put an application.
I fucking applied 10 times. It gets lost in the mail.
So did every other power lifter, I bet, too.
Son of a bitch.
Shut right down.
I'm not even a power lifter.
Ain't that a bitch?
I'm just a fucking... I'm an entrepreneur.
A who?
Entrepreneur?
I don't even know what that means. Sounds complicated.
It is. It is.
Is it like being a fiancé? Is it like that?
It is.
Because that sounds gay, too.
I'm a little bit of both.
Yeah.
not as gay as cocksucker, but
Yeah. That sounds a little
That's a
off.
French-ass name.
Yeah. I like that name.
cocksucker.
We got Robert Oberst, I think is how you say his
Robert
name.
Obese.
Obestly.
The Obese.
We got him on the show today. What do we do with this guy?
Obese?
Yeah.
I don't know.
World's strongest man
do you think
competitor.
his voice will fit through the speakers?
His face won't.
Yeah, I
that's
don't.
for sure.
I don't know either.
Yeah, he thinks he's sexy. You know.
Who's
He
the
thinks he's
Manimal?
handsome.
There's the NBA guy named the Manimal.
I don't know.
He's Fareed. Anyways, but I think the Manimal should be Oberst. That's a great name for him. Manimal.
Yeah, he's got that furry beard, and he looks a little insane.
Yeah. Looks like the wizard guy in Harry Potter.
Before we got on the air, we somehow got the conversation of a cock jacket of some sort.
We were talking about
Penis coat.
a cock coat.
A cock coat.
Well, I was wondering, when it's really cold, most people give like their wiener dog a sweater,
Right.
or maybe
True.
you have gloves for your hands, you have earmuffs,
I think I can answer this question. Go ahead.
earmuffs, and then Mark brought up the subject of tanning, which I know nothing about.
Oh yeah, you need a cock jacket for tanning.
But
Yeah, you
it's-
want to be careful. You
But
don't
it's
want
a-
a burnt
it's a,
weenie.
It's a wang swang, right?
Yeah, you don't want a burnt weenus. That's
Yeah,
for sure.
That sounds like the most painful thing.
Well, and it would smell weird too. It would smell like
Oh.
someone's got bacon, cooking in there
Oh.
or something. It would snap, crackle, and pop.
I don't think it'll smell like bacon. I think it'll smell disgusting.
It might smell worse. Yeah, bacon smells pretty good.
But then what if I live in the Antarctic? And so I have gloves. I got a fucking... Oh, hey, Lauren in the gym, he says he wears 4 layers on his fucking trousers. He goes boxers, regular boxers, then like Under Armour compression over his regular boxers.
Over his boxers? No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
the wrong order.
No. You don't wear
Oh.
2 boxers ever. And then he goes short sweatpants. And it was like 90 degrees in here.
Where does his
Boxers are uncomfortable.
where do his depends fit in there?
He is disgusting.
Yeah. How does he get his his adult diaper
Well,
to fit in there?
No, so he said, like, that's what I wear when I'm lifting. But then when I'm running, I said, huh?
What?
He's
Why
like,
is he running?
he only wears 3 layers.
Running from the po-po? He's like 6'5". Why is he running around for?
That's just a
So
good question.
weird.
He said he doesn't like to have swamp ass. He doesn't like
Oh, yeah,
to
that's
look
why-
like
Oh.
he's got a big.
Yeah, but
So you wear more? Is this like he's like Egyptian or some
mean,
shit?
I get it. I
You
wear-
wear more shit
I wear-
to block out the fucking
sometimes
sun?
I wear 2 shirts and you don't get the sweat marks. Like,
I'm
that
so
makes sense.
confused.
But 4 of them. I wonder if he could invent a cock coat.
I don't know. But well, there already is a cock coat invention. It's called a baby sock.
But then my question was, what about your balls?
Well, what about your balls?
What about them?
What about your balls? Well, what I think is when you referenced the weenie dog earlier, I think that the weenie dog, he's cold, because he's kind of like overexposed. He doesn't have anything warm to like lean up against. But if you think about it, your nutsack's always like on fire. It's always 1,000,000 degrees down there.
What if you have really
and
small
so it warms
thighs?
up the wiener.
What if you have small thighs, a big wiener, and decent-sized balls? then the friction isn't there.
Then you need a cock sock that has room for your nuts too.
Okay, that's what I'm talking about.
You got to drop it into something.
Drop it like it's hot.
Would you have a thigh gap if you had all that going on?
I've never had a thigh gap. I have chub rub.
Chub rub.
I'm like a
Did you ever see in porn some of these guys?
I've never watched porn.
Put their balls into. Never mind. Anyway, maybe we should call Robert.
No, there was
Oberst.
one more topic. So
so
sometimes, stick to the fucking script, Mark Bell.
The script.
Oh yeah, I didn't write the script down today. I'm sorry.
So sometimes
Page 43, bitch.
Sometimes we just talk scientifically.
Mainly out our ass.
Yeah, 100% out my ass. So, but I thought maybe that some of these CrossFitters are too lean. And me and Mark were having this conversation in his living room.
I had a
dining room.
picture that I put up on the Instagrams
of the most famous Italian restaurant.
Yeah. Austin Malleolo, who is one of the top CrossFitians in the world, pretty much year in and year out. He finished 9th this year in the Open, I believe. And he was wearing the new Katie Hogan wraps, and he really liked them a lot, so it helped with his wrist pain. And the guy is shredded. I mean, he's got abs on top of abs, has like an 8-pack.
How does he have an 8-pack when he owns a pizza restaurant?
Yeah, I know. It sounds
Malleolo.
Like hey.
That's a great name.
But yeah, so he's ripped. The guy next to him's got a 6-pack, and the guy on the other side of him's got a 6-pack. And
so we were looking at the picture for like an hour, and I brought up the conversation. Me and Mark, I thought we were in private.
Too long.
I thought we were in private, and I wondered if they had a little, say they're 6% body fat. Who cares? But they're lean. I think for their sport and activity that maybe 10% would do them better. Storage, energy, leverages, everything. Like not a powerlifter fat, but a little something. And my example was LeBron James, who is lean, but he's not shredded.
Yeah, LeBron James doesn't flex and have a 6-pack probably.
And he just has a little bit of oblique
probably
line,
has
maybe.
4, and if he wanted to have 6, it would take him like 6
Back
weeks
to the
do.
cock coat.
Oh.
He has to pay more for his.
Oh yeah,
that
I'm
shit.
assuming
quadruple X.
He would need couple X.
Anyway, so I thought like lean but not shredded.
According to our last podcast and the reviews that we've heard.
It's true. So LeBron James in my eyes is the specimen of run fast, jump high, be pretty strong, and have some endurance.
There's other guys that are built similar. I mean, you even look at like Allen Iverson wasn't like shredded.
Yeah,
he was much smaller than LeBron, but
it's
he's not not ripped.
The most jacked NBA guy, Karl Malone. Oh my god.
Oh yeah, Karl Malone.
That guy had some pipes.
Karl Malone.
So anyway, I'm telling Mark about my leanness idea.
Whoa!
What the fuck? My head just exploded.
That was awesome.
I don't know.
Oh my god. I'm so scared right now. I'm so scared.
That's awesome. Someone's playing music through our system.
Who hacked into the mainframe?
I have no idea how the hell that's happened.
That's some like Wi-Fi shit or something.
Welcome to my world.
Awesome. Anyway.
So I'm telling Mark about my leanness theorem, and out of the kitchen screams, "Stop being a hater." And that was Mrs. Bell, Queen HQ Slingshot.
She's like, there's no such thing as being too lean.
Yeah, she said, "You sound like a girl. That girl looks like a man. He's too skinny."
That girl's too skinny and her tits look way too big. They must be fake.
Yeah.
She was going on and on with all these girl sayings.
And now looking back on it, we were being very bitchy. We were being some high school bitches.
We were being
but I didn't mean it. I didn't.
By the way they look,
that
just how they can perform with different levels.
He
of
looks
body fat.
wonderful.
Oh, the guy's dick's way too big. Yeah.
I have an example from baseball though. A couple of years ago, Tim Lincecum lost a lot of weight over the course of the off season, and he is not a big guy anyway. He's 5'11", something like that, and he was maybe
half gothic,
maybe $180, and he came back at like $165 or something like that. And he had a horrible season because he just didn't have any reserves.
Yeah, same with Sabathia. CC,
Yeah.
he just lost a ton of weight over this offseason, so we'll see.
We'll see, yeah.
He got
what's
really
gonna happen.
skinny. Straight from Vallejo.
You guys keep talking here for a second. Let me see if I can get something to work. If I can get this to work, this would be amazing. So just keep chit-chatting. Make something up.
Yeah, I don't know shit about baseball, but I know
the Giants are killing this year so far. This will not play until next week, and so who knows what will happen between now and then, but they have a winning record at the moment.
What's our best chance at getting the most sound? If I just hold this up to here, the sound would be coming from...
Yeah, sure.
The best chance would be to unplug this and plug that in.
Okay, and the sound will come through here.
Yeah.
It'll come through.
We can
it'll
do
come
it
through there into here.
Yeah, do it.
Let's try to do it.
All right.
And then you'll just hit that little play button.
Bear with us, boys and girls.
This is great.
Oh, my God.
Can you guys
We're
see my hat?
experimenting here on the podcast.
Do you see my favorite keychain?
Oh, yeah, the pump keychain. I got a pump hat.
I got a pump fucking... Oh, my head's gonna explode.
Maybe that won't work. Whoa. Here, let me try to do it this way.
Yeah, just play it through there. It'll work.
Oh, look, that was amazing. Like, shut off my phone. Look at that.
It
I ain't
exploded.
kidding.
Yeah, I think if you just put it here, like our shit's pretty loud.
I don't know. I might have just blown everything up.
Whatever, mine.
There you go, Jim. I think we're good.
Sure.
If my phone ever makes a comeback.
I don't know. We may have just killed your phone. You were looking for a new one anyway, right?
Oh yeah. I'm gonna get rid of this iPhone business. This thing's driving me nuts.
Are you going Samsung?
I gotta do something. I gotta make big changes. I'm not prepared for them. I'm nervous going in. It takes so long to fucking do anything. I hate it. Like
the setup of your phone.
Renting a fucking car. Why does that take so long? You like pre-register. You know, you do all the shit online, and then you get there and it still takes fucking forever.
Because they can charge you more for the
son of a bitch,
for these elite clubs like Hertz #1.
Yeah, why are you trying to?
I feel like I should be in an elite club of some sort. God damn it! Son of a bitch.
Yeah, I don't know.
Did your phone restart? I hope
it's broken.
It's getting there.
Oh, hello.
That is insane.
It's hemorrhaging.
I don't know what the fuck?
That was weird, man.
I don't know.
Let's just make it a point to never do that again. It might be a excellent idea.
I have no idea because it shocked me when I tried to put it up. No, I'm not joking.
That's
it's
scary.
Like that.
That's very scary.
Okay, so this is a phone call I got recently, but I figure I share this on the air with everybody.
Hi, this is Sheriff John Schmigan from the Sacramento County Sheriff's Department. We're giving a call out to Mark Bell. We've had several complaints recently. We've had people calling in saying that there's photographic evidence traveling around of you intimately involved with several different types of animals. We'd just like to bring you in for some questioning and have a couple animals look at you in the lineup and see if they fit you and so forth. Please give me a call back, and in the meantime, try to avoid any type of sexual contact with any type of animal, farm or freelance. And
farm or
my phone number is 911. Thank you very much.
Phone number is 911.
Before we lose any fans, let me justify this for you. I think we've previously mentioned that, once again, Queen Slingshot HQ believes that to take our online presence to the next level, we need gay for pay.
Yes.
That's the only way.
And she thinks I'm going about doing it the wrong way because I'm doing it for free.
And, yeah, the gay for free doesn't work. So, I mean, and I understand where you got confused for the gay for pay, for the gay for animals.
Yeah.
It happens. You know, we all make mistakes. Hopefully our fans can forgive you.
I would like to say I was drunk, but I really wasn't. I honestly wasn't. But
Too much endo rush.
But in my defense, in Northern California, there's a lot of animals to choose from.
We're the cow town. Sacramento's the cow town.
Fucking turkeys in my backyard, for God's sakes.
Oh,
How can I turn that shit down?
It was a turkey?
Kidding me?
Now you're admitting it was a turkey.
Yeah.
What?
Did you take off your cock coat?
I left it on. I need all the protection I can get.
That's great. You know what I heard? A Jeep is real. Jeep. Not the truck. A sheep and a goat. A sheep and a goat had sex and had a baby.
They had a baby? Oh, my God.
They're not supposed to be able to do that.
I heard that hippos
That could be a
just
sign of the apocalypse.
Yeah, that's weird, right? It's for thousands of years they've never been able to do that, and then they did it, and then all of a sudden, like that's Satan.
I've heard something that made a lot of sense recently, that a hippo is just a fat unicorn.
You mean a rhino?
A rhino, yeah.
Hippos don't have horns.
They don't have a horn.
You know, though,
There you go.
Here's a fun fact. I heard a hippo is the most dangerous animal on the planet.
Yeah, they kill people.
More people than Africans.
Yeah.
They run down Africans?
Just kill 'em.
Racist motherfuckers.
Well, they don't kill Californians because they're not here.
Oh, okay.
I saw a funny picture. Chad Ochocinco, he has a weird obsession with orcas. I don't
That
know
is
why.
weird.
That's weird, right?
That's weird, yeah.
And he posted a
Speaking
Instagram.
of Africans, I see the segue.
No, I didn't even think about that. It's more to do with animals, orcas. He posted a weird picture. It's not that weird. It's kind of funny of an orca underwater holding a fish,
I don't know if he has
fucking
a number.
a human in a fish bowl. He's holding a human in a fish bowl and said, "How do you like it?"
Oh my God,
I thought that was wonderful.
that was weird.
But why does Chad Ochocinco, Chad Johnson, have
I
an
don't know.
obsession with orcas?
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe
He's
we'll
weird.
get him on the PowerCast.
Well,
He's
there's a documentary out about the
Yes.
maltreatment of orcas. And
Not Dolphin's Cove or whatever.
I don't know what it's called.
I saw that, and that's
No, it's a whale one.
I almost cried.
They were trying to eliminate it in California, like outlaw. Bill died a couple days ago.
Well, I almost went. I almost changed careers from slingshot and entrepreneuring
That's loud.
and fianceing. I almost changed.
Fiance.
Yeah, I almost changed careers to dolphin killing because I watched this documentary, and they make like 50 grand or 100 grand for a dolphin that you can train,
You just mix them up and make them into tuna.
and a 10 grand for a dolphin that's dead. And these
Jesus.
Japanese people are out there just spearing the shit out of them in this cove.
Damn.
So I almost bought a boat and a trident and went to fucking Japan.
Aren't cows just good enough? Can't we just eat more cows?
Why do they eat dolphin?
I don't know.
That's a good question. You guys ready for this?
I'm ready.
I'm fucking ready.
All right.
I'm
Here
locked
comes
and loaded.
world's strongest man competitor, Robert Oberst.
Robert Oberst.
Even the ring sounds fat.
Oberst blood vessel.
I hope I don't get his whiskers
It's
tickle
gonna
me.
sound like he's underwater because he's so fat.
Hello.
Hello?
What's up, Robert Oberst?
Hello?
Oberst? Are you there, buddy? Can you hear me? Do I sound gay?
Can you guys hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
Can you hear us?
Apparently not.
Should we try to call you back? Hello?
Yeah, well, let's try to
I'm not hearing you.
Damn
it.
Stand by.
Robert.
My phone done broke the whole system.
Just exploded every wire in here.
It's amazing how we can never get anybody on the first call.
It's all right. It'll
It's
work.
awesome.
I got a huge bicep pump this morning. You want to hear my bicep workout?
No.
All right. So what I started with was hammer curls.
anyway, there I was in the gym on the preacher curl.
No, I started with hammer curls. Hammer curls to strict incline dumbbell curls, and finished with a preacher curl. Preacher, 5th grade teacher.
You're preaching. You're preaching. I don't mind getting a pump here and there.
Oh, it felt so good. And I'm about to bench my
My
brains
fat
off
ass
tomorrow.
did some cardio on Monday. I'm going to do some today. Or wait, what the hell's today? Wednesday?
Oh, yeah, you're not doing that, huh? You're lying.
Today's Wednesday. No, I did some on Monday. I'm going to do some today. I did some fucking sprinting with the motherfucking prowler and shit yesterday.
I saw that. Looking like
Yeah.
all athletic.
I was all fast and shit.
Should I just name a rap song real quick? Just name one.
Why?
Because I'm going to fucking sing it.
Oh, my God.
This is the interlude.
I'm not ready for this. Is the outro?
The mid-tro.
The Midtown Midtro?
The Metro
I don't
Metro.
No, anyway, we did some speed pulling yesterday.
Yeah, fucking killed it.
Some dead whiffs.
Little do people know, there might be a 4-week video of what I do in lifting.
Oh, my God. People will totally fall asleep.
We're going to get at least a billion.
Unsubscribe, unsubscribe, unsubscribe.
We're going to get like a billion new followers.
How to Work Out with a Small Penis by Mike Farr.
The inventor of the
Finally,
cock
the
coat.
answer everybody's looking for.
The inventor of the cock coat. Regardless of
Did
my...
you do some squats yesterday?
Yeah, pause squats.
I didn't. Oh, you squatted over here.
Paused.
Yeah, you squatted in
Paused.
the silvery grayish monolift.
Yeah. 400 or 410 for 3 sets of 3. Paused.
That a world record?
That's a world record paused in super training. No one knows how to pause in here.
Yeah, pausing is nice.
That's
I
hard.
actually feel more comfortable with the pause.
Yeah. Because you got a big ass. You don't want it to explode on the way down.
Actually, I do too.
Oh.
I'd rather be.
His ass might explode too.
That's because I don't know. He's just so much more comfortable to be down there than it was ever in here.
Oh.
I like the fact that my butthole is overexposed on the bottom of
For
the
a
lift.
long time.
Yeah. That's kind of what I'm into.
It's almost the position I'm in right
and
now.
I think it'll help me poop.
It does. No. That's science.
All right.
Let's
hope
ask
this is
Oberst
gonna work
about
this time.
squatting and pooping. No way he hasn't pooped himself on a truck pole or something.
Oh, my God.
There's no way. What do they do, like a car deadlift or something?
Yeah, I do all kinds
That's
of
a
shit.
shit factory.
Yo.
Can you hear us?
Yeah, what's up, Biggs? You there?
Can you hear us now?
This is what happens when they let powerlifters try and run technical stuff. Guys are mentally challenged.
Oh, my
I hope you
God.
can hear me.
We can
Yeah.
hear
I
you.
can't hear anything you're saying.
Fuck, you can't hear us at all.
God damn it.
Son of a bee.
Remedial. Say yourself that over and over. Remedial.
I don't.
Remedial.
You're saying it?
Yes.
Yes.
Remedial.
Shit, I don't have a clue. This is. Okay, this is Jim. We had to take a little bit of a break at this point because the technology was against us. But we were able to finally connect with Robert, and we're going to resume with the conversation already in progress.
It depends
Now we're
on how much
recording.
money I'm getting.
You'll get free cock coats for the rest of your life.
What does this product do?
Keeps your cock warm.
Oh.
Ah, see? You've had the problem of it getting a little chilly down there, haven't you?
Maybe. I mean, not lately. It's 94 degrees today.
Well, little did you know, you could freeze it, and then it becomes a cock cooler.
Oh, there you go.
Oh.
Yeah.
Now you're getting high tech with it. I like this.
Yeah, it keeps your body
Well,
temperature
it's for
down.
recovery. I don't know if
Yeah.
you ever saw George St. Pierre in the UFC sticking ice packs down the guy's nutsack.
What is that?
I don't know. Look, Google it. It's disgusting.
seen it.
It's disgusting. He puts ice packs down people's pants.
You know he's in Captain America too. right?
Really?
Is he really? Wow.
Yeah.
I mean, I would love to do that for you when you're doing the world's strongest man. You know, maybe I could be like your corner guy.
Yeah.
And everybody could be like,
Yeah,
why is that little
I'd run
pervert
that way.
keep sticking ice down the front of Robert's pants?
Right. I think we can work that out, you know? Like, I'd run it, and then I'd just down right there on the asphalt, and you'd come out with a bag of ice in a bucket.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Down my pants. I think that'd be perfect.
but it's strictly for recovery purposes, nothing else.
Exactly. They can't say no if it's for recovery.
So what does a guy like yourself do on a day that's 94 degrees? You're just sitting in front of a fan right now, just dying? Or, like, how's it work?
I wish I could just sit here in front of the fan all day, man. I'm busy. But right now, actually, yes, I am sitting in front of the fan. But no, I'm running around. As soon as I'm done with this, my niece is another first track meet I'm going to go to, and then I got
Oh,
training.
sweet.
Yeah,
That's
I'm
cool.
excited.
Somebody on, I think it was Twitter maybe or Instagram, wanted to know how you scratch your back. You're what, 6'6", right? 6'7"?
I'm 6'7".
And you're like
400 was
700
body.
pounds? 400 pounds.
400, and I don't scratch my back. I can barely reach the back of my shoulder, you know?
So, like, you're married, like, what does the wifey think of all this? Like, this just, she comes home, and there's just this big giant with a big giant beard, hand down his pants on her couch. How does she just embrace all this? Is she into this?
Say that last part one more time.
Is the wife into all this? Is she into you being this big furry mountain man?
I sure as hell hope so. She seems to like me. Maybe she's in it for the money, but it's not like I'm making tons of money. So
Yeah. You never do know. I would just never.
Really, I think you should ask that question. Now that you're making money, is your wife really into the skinny guy with a fat face thing?
You never know. You never know what her fetish might be. But I have a theory that if you just don't ever ask, that you're in the safe zone. Just don't ever ask. Yeah, don't be like, hey, honey, why are you with me? I'm so gross. All I do is scratch my balls. Don't ever ask her that question because you might not like the answer.
Yeah, don't put a bad line
Exactly,
on it.
and then you get to thinking about it, and that's the worst thing.
Yeah, she's like, yeah, you do scratch your balls a lot. And you snore and you fart and everything else.
Yeah. Yep. Well, I have a BiPAP now, so the snoring's out.
Oh, okay. There you go. How does a big son of a bitch like yourself get on a plane? How does that work out?
Planes suck. Well, I mean, like, intercontinental flights suck. Honestly, the long flights when you go overseas, they're a lot nicer, bigger planes, and they really don't care about you standing up. I usually stand up 3/4 of the flight, walk around. But
you stand up for 5 or 6 hours at a time. That's awesome.
Cause a crash.
Easy. When I flew to China the first time, I just went and stood in the back for like 4 hours, then went, sat down, watched a movie, got back up, stood back there, just stretched. But
you sound like you're high right now. Are you okay?
I am fine. Yeah.
So where does a big giant? What's that?
It's a job interview. You need to drug test me.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we need a sample, a urine sample.
Yeah.
If it looks like Mountain Dew, then you can train at Super Training. Where does a big giant mutant like yourself live?
I live just south of Fresno.
No, I meant like, do you live in like a castle or something?
No, sorry. Yeah, I live under a little bridge by a moat.
Oh, okay. That would be enough clearance. I think those things are like 14 feet or something higher. A little higher than that.
Right.
Yeah.
And nobody really bothers me. Everyone kind of knows the word's gotten around. You don't want to walk on my bridge, and they just kind of stay away.
Billy Goat's gruff. I've heard this story.
Yeah. That was my uncle.
Do you know anything about like suspicious farm animals or freelance farm animals by any chance that have been abused and maybe sexually assaulted, I guess, in the greater Sacramento area?
Yeah, I have heard there's some concerned citizens running around Elk Grove, Sacramento area, and they're worried about the Bell family raising chickens or something, but I don't know. I can't say. I haven't officially seen it for myself, so legally I don't think I'm allowed to talk about that.
Yeah, it sounds pretty serious.
It did. I mean, he gave you his home phone number and told you to call him back. It sounded pretty serious.
What's going on in the strongman world for you? I guess first off, just kind of maybe give us an idea how you got started in. Give us an idea how you got started just lifting weights. Period.
Weight started for me in high school. I played football, and I almost didn't even go to high school. I hated school, and I just was about to pull out and just be gone. And one of my buddies hit me up and said, "No, you should come play football." So that really ended up being the whole reason why I went to school. And I loved training. I loved just seeing how much stronger I could be than anyone else in there. And so I just started in there and built from that. And in junior college, I just had world-class coaches all around me. And then in college and then beyond that.
Did you play sports all the way through?
Say that again?
Did you play sports all the way through at junior college and then at a bigger school?
Yeah, I did. I played football for for 11 years straight, and I missed one season. When I left Arkansas, I kind of just said dropped it and was done. I left kind of in a heat, like a stupid kid would, and nobody could really tell me anything back then. It was still kind of that way, but I left, and I just decided I'd start working, and I worked outside of Reno at this packing place where we used to pack stacks of backer board for building materials. And, oh, my God, it was horrible. I worked for 12 hours a day picking up sheets of backer board, shaking them to see if they'd break, and then stacking them all day long.
Oh, my God.
And then a buddy of mine from Oregon hit me up and said, hey, his coach looked me up, and he said I still had a year of eligibility, so I should come out. So, oh, hell yeah, I went over to the track, the high school track, like a block from my house. I'd been sitting on the couch smoking cigarettes and doing nothing, so I went over to the track and ran half a lap and had a heart attack and got my ass in shape as quick as I could, and then went to Oregon and finished up school and everything. So
you're a
you
duck.
know, out of all those years, I only took one season off.
You're a duck?
No. I am not a duck. I went to a small school in Oregon, right about 30 minutes away from where the Beavers are.
Right.
It's Western Oregon.
Cool.
And how was that for you? How'd that all play out?
It was awesome, man. I mean, I got to go to school. I met my wife out there. Had a blast, you know, kind of matured a lot. I was a pissed off kid for a long time, and then for some reason, being out there and then being around, you know, a lot of friends and a lot of good people, it just kind of changed me. And I mean, I don't know. I'd probably still be packing backerboard and hating everybody right now if I hadn't done it. So I'm actually really grateful that came together. A friend of mine kind of just brought me along. It was nice.
You were aggressive? You used to get into fights and shit, or what?
Probably more than that, man.
Damn, that's a pretty big son of a bitch coming at you at 6'7", 400 pounds.
Yeah, I heard you chased down your mailman.
For some Reeboks, yeah.
You know, I didn't have to chase down the mailman. I was a mailman. I had to chase down the lady who lives about a block away from me.
Yeah, I heard. I heard. I almost got you a date.
See, if I wasn't married, then I might have gone on the date. She was a very pretty woman.
Oh, there you go. Look at that.
She's got 47 kids running around. So
for our listeners, I sent Robert a bunch of Slingshot packages to the wrong apartment number. Ended up being like the apartment next to him or downstairs or something. He went down there to retrieve them, and the lady liked his looks.
She was like, "Hey, who's
this?"
Very much her mother liked my look as well, and she was trying to get me to date her daughter.
Awesome.
Who's this handsome?
What's weird was every time I went over there, I ended up going like I think 3 times.
That's
and
great.
Every time they would open the package and look at everything, and then they'd know I was coming, and they'd still just give it to me and act like it was normal that they went through my mail.
They're like, look at this giant dildo that's in here. We knew it. We knew it, you sick bastard.
You send that to that address with my name on it, please.
Oh, yeah.
That would be amazing.
Yeah, we'll do all kinds of weird shit now that we know
Send
this.
them my panties.
This is great.
I was just excited I got it back, you know, especially when you sent the shoes. That's an expensive item that, you know, it's for me it meant a lot that it was there, and I was worried that I wasn't going to get it, and I was really glad I got it back.
Yeah, you did get overly nervous. I thought that was weird.
Well, I mean, you sent me a pair of $200 shoes, and you know, it's just like, well, there's some lady with 46 kids and letting them drool on them for no reason. I have no idea. You know,
that can happen.
You mentioned.
yeah.
You mentioned you were surrounded by a bunch of really good coaches growing up through football. What kind of stuff did they teach you, and what was like your training for football?
I had well, the specific football training is obvious, you know, like there's blocking, there's running, all that different stuff. But I think more of the stuff that I think is really changed how I compete now is like, you know, movement stuff, changes directions. I had guys, for some reason, there was just so many people around the area in Santa Cruz, like, it was just like, everywhere I turned, there was a coach that worked with this Olympic athlete or this guy who has a Heisman Trophy, this guy who played 10 years in the NFL. You know, Trent Dilfer went to my high school and would always bring people along and stuff. And, you know, I learned just lots of stuff, you know, form running and different, you know, just changes directions, how to use your weight to make you faster. You know, smiling while you run actually increases your speed and helps you breathe, different things.
You smile.
And,
you smile while you run.
That if you watch the Olympic runners, they try and smile. It's the most relaxed your face can be while engulfing air.
I thought that was for
And
pictures.
What was funny was I was watching myself on film from Worlds, and I saw me running back to pick up kegs in the first loading of it, and I was like flopping my arms like I was trying to doggy paddle through the air. and, oh man, it made me sick to my stomach. I was like, man, I hope it was the guy who made my main coach was Charlie. He ran what was called Charlie's World, And I was like, man, I hope Charlie doesn't see this, you know. He'll be sitting on this couch with a big cigar. He's got this raspy voice, and you guys are a bunch of bitches, you know.
Oh my God! It was great seeing you out there at the Arnold Classic. How did you fare at the Arnold?
I thought I did well. And there's like several ways to answer that question. For myself, I was upset. I mean, I hold myself to a very high standard. I'm not okay with not just destroying any expectations that I have or anyone else has for me. But when you ask someone else or other people who are judging or people who know how good a rookie normally does, everyone thinks I did great.
Right.
Because the same thing in this sport, this is the first time I've ever been applauded for losing, you know?
Right.
It's weird. It's a lot of times it's frustrating because I want to just tell people to just shut up. You have no idea. I didn't win. I don't deserve applause, but you know what I mean?
It's that's a tough situation. We have athletes that do similar things. We have some friends that do CrossFit. We got some friends that do Strongman, and obviously powerlifting. And when someone bombs out, it's like you kind of want to be like, hey man, you get them next time, but like that's such bullshit. It's like you should have got him this time. You put the training in. You shouldn't have fucking sucked the way that you did.
Yeah, stop being a bitch.
But you did. You kind of like you sort of underperformed, and the only thing you kind of hope is that you can learn from those experiences and then take that crappy feeling that you have into training each and every day and bring that hunger back so that you can try to excel and get better.
Right. And everyone's always so quick to tell you like nobody starts off at the top or whatever. But in my athletic career, I've never not just been amazing. I've done. Right. I could do anything. I could go out and just play tennis and just do it as a 400-pound man. I could swim like crazy. Everything I've ever tried, I excelled at. And this sport too, of course, I'm excelling. I'm not trying to say, I'm doing horribly. I'm just saying like my goals are to be winning. Even though it was my rookie year, I felt like I'd be okay if I got top 3. And and that's a lot of people think that's a ridiculous thing to even think, but I mean it's that type of thinking that put me there in the first place. How many people have gone their rookie year to the Arnold?
Yeah, you've also only been doing Strongman for about 3 or 4 years. Is that correct?
I have been doing Strongman for 2.5 years.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, some of the guys in here, there's a couple guys. Fat Tyler's one of them. Is that his name, Tyler?
Fat Tyler.
Fat Tyler. There we go.
With an F.
Yeah, Fat Tyler with an F. He does some Strongman, and when your name came up, that's what he was saying. He's like, I saw that guy do like one competition, and the next thing I know, he like turning pro. He's like, it was amazing, and so that's kind of the word out there on you is that you are a quick study and that you've come onto the scene quickly. How'd you place at the Arnold though overall?
I finished in 8th place. I was a half a point out of 7th. But I started off really good. My first day, I did great. I PR'd in almost everything. I think, I PR'd in everything except for the yoke. The whole time, I pulled 905. I hit a 445-pound log twice. And all that stuff. And I finished. I thought that if I would have had like a very perfect day, the second day, I probably would have ended in 4th. But
it just seems like a brutal.
I got time, and I'll get better. I'm done being frustrated about that day, at least.
It just seems like a brutal sport. It seems like there's, it seems like the pack is fairly close, and then there's a couple guys that come out on top here and there. But it just seems like a really, really intense sport. Like it seems like the competition level is just through the roof, and the athleticism of some of these guys and the height and the weight is just kind of unbelievable. I mean, Brian Shaw used to be a basketball player. You got Thor, who looks like he has hardly any fat on him, but he's like 6'7", 6'8". I mean, a lot of these guys.
Basketball as well.
Yeah, it's really
nobody named Thor played basketball. No way.
He was a professional basketball player in Iceland. So
that's fucking amazing.
Jeez.
couple pictures, man. He was skinny. Speaking
of Thor, how the hell did he steal your spot, man?
Yeah, what about your acting career?
Oh no, they told me they told me when they wanted to give that spot away that they needed somebody with less
balls.
You know, not somebody as pretty. I guess I take a lot of the camera attention away, so they didn't want me to be.
You're too good looking. You're too good looking.
Yeah, it's kind of like that Brad Pitt thing.
You know, story of my life, man. I'm just too pretty.
I understand. They're holding us back.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah.
Speaking of,
I mean, actually, right now, I've been told I'm allowed to talk about it. I'm talking to a few different companies working on a TV show. We got, hopefully, it'll be put together very soon.
That sounds amazing.
Awesome.
So back to the super training people here. How do you feel that our sloppiest, grossest super training members are your biggest fans? We have Dick Lickerson and Fat Tyler are your biggest fans here at Super Training.
And what's the new fat guy's name?
I don't even know.
Oh, well, there's
Fat Joe. That's
there's Fat Joe. Yeah, Fat Joe has his butt crack hanging out all the time. But there's another guy. He's got a really terrible name, like Sherman or something. Stewie. Fat Stewie. Yeah, they all. Yeah. Anyway, yeah, our most disgusting people in our gym are your biggest fans. What do you think of something like that?
Half of that was blurred. I think all you guys got a little excited about calling us fat.
We did.
Something about how do I feel about my biggest fans being at Super Training?
Well, your biggest fans at Super Training are our most disgusting athletes.
Oh, that's fine. I mean, you gotta love the fat people too. You know, I mean,
that's true.
No, they're not only fat. They're not only fat. They're gross. They're disgusting.
They're disgusting. Yeah.
I think that speaks a lot more to the type of people you guys hang around with than the type of people that are more fat.
Yeah,
very true.
We do have the ability to attract a lot of lowlifes around here. I'm not really sure if that's the ownership or really what happened there.
We'll talk to the management about it.
Yeah, because I think actually the stronghold of my fan base is gay guys and women.
Yeah, it's
that's all of us.
It's like 98% hot women and then 2% gays, right?
Other way around.
Right, or women, like gay guys pretending to be women.
Yeah, true. Yeah, why do you have a lot of gay? You mentioned that. You know, this is. You mentioned that several times. It sounds like you're maybe open to pursuing it in some way.
Open to pursuing it? Don't think so. I don't think there's enough money in the world to try that out again.
So those aren't the kind of stones you want to be lifting.
I have no problem with anyone else doing it. I mean, I don't find it attractive, I guess.
You know, you put Katie Hogan up over your head and did some reps with her at the slingshot booth at the Arnold. And when you put her down, she was very giddy, and she said she's never been manhandled like that before.
She was really happy.
She was overly happy, and I told Burdick, I said, Burdick, I think this is it, man. I think he just came in and just, swept.
That's why Jesse hates me now. That's why Jesse hates. But honestly, I was surprised that picture wasn't more popular because the photo, she got this big, just ridiculous smile on her face at the top. And, like, it ended up being my favorite photo from the whole show just because she's got, like, a very real smile, you know?
A lot of people don't know where your thumb was in that picture, you know what I mean? Actually, I saw when you were pressing her up, I saw you being very gentlemanlike, and you're on rep number 1, her butt came right in your face. On rep number 2, you turned your head. You turned your head, which was very gentlemanly of you.
But Jesse was just watching really close, so I was trying to be careful.
Yeah, trying to make sure you didn't do the old bowling ball trick.
She came down and said, that was so cool. She was really excited.
That was pretty awesome. I mean, you did like 6 or 8 reps or something.
Yeah, it was pretty easy. I mean, it looks really cool, but it's actually pretty easy. If you guys figure out how to do it, maybe not a few of you, but some of you could try it.
I don't think we'll be trying it with each other anytime soon.
So what are the challenges in competing in a multi-day event like that? I'm like, how many
Snickers do you eat in one event?
Like, how do you keep yourself going through 2 days of competition?
It's a huge challenge, honestly. Like, you know, with the Snickers thing, I don't do Snickers. I tried it once. I do like scoop of peanut butter or something. I really can't eat during a competition, no matter how long it is. My stomach, I've got too much adrenaline and everything going, and I can't eat anything. But for the shows, man, I mean, especially when you do something like Worlds is 2 weeks long. You know, we're out there all day, every day. And when we went to China, it was over 100 degrees, so humid that you could see the water in the air. You know, we were in the jungle. You know, it's brutal. It's just, you know, it's kind of one of those things, you just suck it up and you do it. You try and adapt your training. Like, you know, I tried to make sure that I trained as close to that as I could. It gets pretty hot here in the valley, and so, like, I'd be outside, I'd do my events, but, you know, there's certain things, like with the cameras and everything, you can't prepare getting wrapped up and being ready to squat and then making you wait for 20 minutes before you can get under the bar, you know, while they videotape stuff.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know, it's just stuff like that. But then the other thing is, like, you look and there's 30 other guys there, and they all have to do the same thing. So, honestly, whatever happens, it's an even playing field. We've all got to lift the same weight. We've all got to do with the same, you know, outside problems, the same situation, the same temperatures, all that stuff. So,
do you sometimes get, like, really sore after day one, and you're like, holy fuck?
It happens, yeah. I mean, especially when you do something like the Arnold, I couldn't freaking walk almost after the Arnold's first day, man. It was so heavy, and you know, and then I got sick. I ate some stupid fish tacos that Nick Best told me to eat. Yeah, I hope you're listening, Nick. And,
thanks for the advice.
I got sick, and I couldn't eat anything. I couldn't drink anything. I couldn't do anything. And, you know, I was so beat up when I went in the second day. I didn't even want to warm up on deadlifts. I was like, whatever, I'll start with whatever's on the bar at 800, you know. But, you know, I decided that was pretty stupid, so I warmed up. But, you know, just, you know, when you get in a competition, a lot of that stuff goes away. But, you know, I mean, obviously sometimes it doesn't. They always tell you there's no pain in the end zone. If you're doing good, it just doesn't hurt.
What's some of your like recovery protocols, either for like competition or training in general? Are you like an ice bath guy, or obviously nutrition plays a role? But what are some tricks or tips you have for some people just working their asses off?
Yeah, ice bath is huge. I did that every single day at Worlds. I tried to get that done at Arnold, but I couldn't get a bath together. I do the ice bath. Here at home, I like to just go hot tub to pool back and forth, you know, hot to cold contrast. That's what we did for football. And, you know, when football has something that works, they stick to it, and it kind of travels around and everybody does it. So, you know, if it's been tested by people making money like football does, then it probably works. So that's what I do. You know, do some stretching in the pool. That really helps. Get in the hot tub in the pool. You stretch and loosen up, and it just kind of kills everything.
What type of training are you doing? And just you know, also in the same question, you know, what do you think about using straps in a deadlift? But what type of training are you doing to be able to? You said you pulled 905 at the Arnold. I realize a strongman deadlift's a little different than a powerlifting deadlift, but fucking 900 pounds is 900 pounds. So, you know, what are you doing in your training to increase the deadlift, and then also what do you think about training with straps?
You know, I think increased deadlift is pretty simple. You deadlift, you know. I mean, the same. I've got a big bench, and the reason that's all up is because, you know, I go up kind of like Spoto, and what I do is I go up and then I come down and rep. It's kind of hard to do with deadlift, you know. So you do as much as your body can take, and don't let yourself push out and walk away from something if you've got more. And, you know, just be smart and push on it. Deadlift is frustrating as hell to me because it takes forever. Everything else I've got just jumped up like crazy. My press, my squat, everything just went up as soon as I started doing it heavy. But deadlift is taking forever for me.
Yeah.
That's a big weak point of yours?
Say it again?
Is deadlift what you consider your weak point?
I don't think I have a weak point.
Bam. So also, what about like?
Honestly, would you say you have a weak point? Look at the world. There's 6 billion people in the world. How many people you know can pick up 500 pounds?
Yep, there you go.
None as handsome as me, that's for sure.
Yeah, exactly. So with the straps thing, honestly, my grip is. I have the grip of an 11-year-old girl, and it's like it drives me nuts because in football we didn't do deadlifts. You know, we did hang cleans and power cleans, and I really rarely deadlifted, and so my grip just hasn't been up to par. So I was using straps a lot until recently, and now I try my best not to put on straps until I absolutely have to. And I do different things now. I do squeezing stuff with bars and everything just to try and get my grip up. And we'll see how well that works.
What about the movement itself? Do you do block pulls or deficits or anything like that?
I think, you mean accessory lifts for deadlift?
Yeah. Besides that,
well,
I think a front squat helps everything. I think a front squat does everything for everything, and that's the reason why it's so hard. Front squats, hamstring work, just for me, it's a lot of flexibility stuff. I'm a big boy, and getting down into the right position is hard. So elevating your pulls, I like to pull from racks just to work different spots. So like I'll go in and I'll pull from the floor, then I'll put it on a rack and hit a few more just to blast my hips. It's for me that's the main stuff, but it's like for everyone it's different. You have a guy when Mark goes to pull, his positioning is so much different than mine. Maybe he's got to be more like some guys do leg press with just low, tight feet and high reps to get their quads better. Who knows what works for somebody else? But if you've got a body type like mine, that's what I do.
Do you have to do a lot of reps and training to kind of keep up with the conditioning that you need for strongman? Just in general in any exercise.
Yeah, I definitely do that. I rotate all my stuff around, and I do heavy and high rep and all that other stuff. But my cardio isn't really based on my weightlifting anymore. I do like actual cardio. I go once a week. I do a CrossFit class Wednesday night, and I do it with Strongman equipment, and I try and keep up with all the skinny people.
So when you do those, do you use in your terms, do you use lightweight when you do that?
I guess it's lighter weights. Like say,
okay, but it's still heavy as fuck.
I did an EMOM last week, and for people who don't know, EMOM is every minute on the minute, and so the clock was winding. Every minute, I picked up a log and cleaned it to my chest and stood up 3 times and then put it down. And what it was, I think it weighed 275. For me, that's not much, but
right.
Other people, that's more than their max. So when I was doing it, at first I was like, oh, this is too easy. It's too easy. I get 3 minutes into it, and I felt like I was going to die.
Yeah, that's a big thing in CrossFit, to be able to exhibit your strength when you got no more lungs left, or you got no more legs left. Your conditioning ends up being a big factor, and a lot of people will say, oh, a 200-pound or a 300-pound squat ain't shit, and some of these CrossFitters ain't shit. But like a lot of the CrossFitters I know are at a really high level, and I don't think there's a lot of people that can hang with them on even. They could even pick their own lifts, as long as if there's something in between it, then the stronger guy is probably going to be fucked rather than excel.
Yep, and that's the whole different strength in itself. I've got a lot of respect for those people that do that. That can push you to that point, man. That's a brutality that's for me even harder than lifting heavy weights.
You mentioned going overseas to China and maybe traveling a little bit more. What's your response when you show up to places like that? Just being a massive guy, being an athlete like a strongman, and being ridiculously good looking.
Well, I was very popular in China, man. I'm telling you, I went to China twice last year, and the second time I was there, we had to get like a security guy to keep people away because we went over and we were checking a bunch of cool stuff out. We were there for 3 weeks, and we did a really light show one day for like 4 hours, and that was the whole thing we did. But we went and saw like the Terracotta Warriors and everything, and like they had to have guys keep people away because we couldn't walk around anyway. I mean, it has nothing to do with anything other than the fact I'm big. You know, I'll tease and say it's because I'm pretty, and we all know I'm pretty. But it's really just because I'm big, and they're like, oh, there's a dang guy with white skin and a beard, you know. And
round eye.
Do you remember Nathan Jones? You remember the strongman competitor?
Exactly.
Do you remember the strongman competitor, Nathan Jones? You remember that guy?
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah, I went over to Japan with him for some wrestling back in the day, and oddly enough, we ended up at a bowling alley, if you can picture this. So he's fucking bowling on one end, and all these little tiny Japanese people are bowling on the other end, but they're not just like bowling. They're like exercise bowling. So they do like these dances and shit before they grab the ball, and then they grab the ball and they, throw it down the alley, and they were actually pretty good bowlers.
Like Fred Flintstone, though.
Here's Nathan, the Fred Flintstone style, and here's Nathan on the other side throwing the ball about 3/4 of the way down the lane every single time, and it just the ball being like a wrecking ball, just slamming on the ground, and every time they kept turning around, and they finally came over and they all got a picture with him. A bunch of them jumped on his shoulders and shit. It was the weirdest thing I've ever been a part of in my life. It's fucking strange as shit. That's probably some of the stuff that you're dealing with when you're going over to some of these places, right?
Yeah, the Asian countries are big like that. And I went to Dubai last year, and it was a blast, man. It was another one of those things where I got to spend a couple weeks there and only had to really work for a couple hours. And it was crazy. Everyone there knew me. I went to this gym, and Andrea Brasier, who's like the #1 figure girl in the world for the last couple of years, just ridiculously pretty. She's really in shape. She's just famous beyond all fame when it comes to that world. And I walked in, and she was like, came right up to me, wanted to take photos, and then there were like lines of dudes who like knew all my stats and all this stuff. And it was crazy, and the amount of money that everyone has over there is ridiculous. It's oh my gosh. I'm gonna go back and make a bunch of money just for standing there looking pretty. It's that easy over there.
Yeah, it sounds like a lot of fun. So let me get this straight. I'm kind of writing this down. I'm taking notes for today. What you said about training. It sounds really complicated to us over here. We're not really getting the picture. You're utilizing anything and everything you can, to get yourself better at your sport, whether it be CrossFit or whether it be doing high reps, whether it's doing bodybuilding or whether it's using powerlifting methods to get better at strongman.
Yeah.
Is that right?
I do all that, and I do football training along with it as well.
And what's the football stuff for? What are you doing that for?
My warm-ups, everything. I mean, if you don't have footwork in strongman, you can't do anything. I might as well just only do static lifts.
So mobility, agility, and speed are part of your game, and that's a huge part of football. And so you tried to extend that over into strongman, correct?
Yeah, exactly. You
are a genius.
all the knowledge that I've acquired through the years, I kind of put it together, and I know my body. That's one of the things I pride myself on. I know my body very well, and
I know your body very well, big boy.
Your body is a wonderland.
Yeah.
It's a temple.
Those pictures were private.
It's a playground.
We got a couple questions on the Instagrams. It looks like a common theme is a lot of people are wondering, how do you get into strongman? How do you begin? And how do you train for it when maybe you only have regular, typical gym equipment? Maybe not the logs and stones I think they're talking about.
Well, I saw the questions. I wanted to say for beginning strongman, there's a group on Facebook called Starting Strongman. It's run by my buddy Kale, and if you ever have questions and stuff, join that group, find it, and check stuff out. Now, for me, with starting and all that, I'd say the first thing is just to do it. I get a ton of people asking me questions about this and that, and it's like they want me to convince them they should do it. And I'm not here to convince you to do anything. If you don't feel like you should do it, if you don't feel like you're going to do it, if you don't feel like you can do it, then walk away because you're wasting everybody's time. If you want to do it, then do it. And so if you decide to, then just get your ass in the gym and work. You know, a lot of guys, I mean, Mikhail Kuklayev is one of the best strongmen in the world. One of the top 10 strongmen in the last 5-6 years. Beast athlete. He doesn't use strongman equipment barely ever. He's been doing it for 12 years exactly. And so, you know, excuses and reasons and coming up with a million questions, and you want to tell you, oh, if on Tuesday I feel like this, then maybe Wednesday I might want to suck it up and do it, or just stop asking people questions. Do it or don't.
Would a good way to get involved with it, would it be just to, I mean, you know, because some people are, you know, barely even starting lifting. I mean, just starting to lift would be a good place, right? I mean, just getting underneath the bar, learning how to squat, bench, deadlift, overhead press.
It's not something you want to. I mean, it's just like everything else. You're not going to jump in and go compete at the Arnold if it's your first week lifting.
You want to build a base or something, right?
If you want to use it as like an outlet because it's fun and it keeps you in the gym, that's awesome. You know, anything that does that, anything that keeps you healthy, that's great. And so, you know, just take it slow and learn the mechanics of stuff. I mean, people want to jump heavy weight with everything. You know, every guy in the gym wants to see how much he can bench when he doesn't touch his chest and he keeps his elbows up to his neck and all that stuff, you know, and all you're going to do is get hurt.
How much can you bench?
I haven't gone max for a while, but best I ever hit was 645. I don't really max out anymore when I go heavy. I went heavy yesterday. I put 6 1/4 on, but I was wearing the what's the yellow one called? The full bore slingshot.
Oh, there you go.
But I hit that for 3 with my gangster wraps on too.
Damn.
That's nice.
Yeah. So
I wasn't even feeling too good when I did it, and I just smashed it anyways. It was nice.
Awesome. You said your best bench ever is 625 or 635?
40.
Oh,
45.
645. Damn, man.
Yeah,
That's huge.
I'm pretty sure it might be like 5 pounds off. It's been like a year, almost a year and a couple months.
Yeah.
You know? So, and my bench is not that strong right now. Right now, I'm probably right over like 615-ish.
Yeah, not that strong.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, just to finish your question for people listening, if you want to start out, you know, check out NASstrongman.com. They've got sanctioned shows. You know, you can sign up, you can check it out. You can go to Starting Strongman, and there's a list of gyms that have Strongman equipment. You can talk to people about your questions, other people that have maybe questions you haven't thought of, different stuff like that. The sport can include as many people as you want, as long as you actually want to do it.
That's a good speech. I think that's
I had to throw that out there at you.
No, that's good. I think. Is there any sponsors or anybody you'd like to plug before we drop off here?
Yeah, definitely. I don't want to sound all like, you know, like I'm an acceptance speech for some award or whatever.
You don't need to mention me at all, but just mention your. I know you have a big supplement company behind you, so why don't you mention them?
No, definitely. Well, definitely you, Mark. I mean, I love working with you guys. I don't have to mention you, but I did anyway. So, I love working with you guys, and I work with GAT Nutrition, and they're freaking awesome, man. They take care of me and my family, and great products, dude. I love them. I love working with them, and cool. Yeah, thank you to them very much. And then if you guys get a chance, check out the socks box. We're making socks with my picture on them, and all the money that we make, the proceeds go to breast cancer research, breast cancer awareness.
Did you say
awesome.
socks? Socks with your face on them?
Yeah, well, my silhouette.
I'll take 5.
That's amazing.
Yeah,
and
but you can see the beard. You can see the beard in the silhouette.
That's amazing.
And you said the proceeds go to breast cancer. Is that right?
Yeah, the proceeds go to breast cancer awareness, breast cancer research, and all of their socks, 10%, I think, or 20% of the money they get either goes to breast cancer or the Wounded Warrior Project. They're an awesome company, local California people. They're good, down-to-earth people. Both of them are veterans, It's a good spot. Check them out, Socks Box.
Is this something? Is this something somebody just approached you with, or just something you wanted to get involved with for some reason?
Actually, they live in Monterey, and they were at some shows that I was competing in, and I was wearing pink, and so they came over with some pink socks and were like, "Hey, you want to wear these?" And I was like, "You know, I'm always weary to represent anybody, you know." And so I asked them about them and tried to figure out what was going on, and come to find out, you know, like, they're just good people. You know, they work their butt off, and they donate a bunch of money and stuff to charity and raise a lot of awareness. And so, you know, ever since then, we've been working together, and you know, they're pretty big. I'm sure you've heard of the Bella Twins in WWE.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Total Divas. That's our favorite show.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, they wear socks while they wrestle now.
Oh, there you go.
Cool.
So your face might be between their legs?
Yeah, well, how does John Cena feel about
I've
that?
already done that. I picked both those girls up when I was doing a TV show. I picked them both up on my shoulder, and then I pressed one for way more reps than I pressed Katie Hogan.
Well, yeah, we'll just leave it at that and say that you did more reps with them and not say much more.
No, but I enjoyed pressing Katie Hogan more.
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Tell Jesse that.
This is getting weird. I need to go.
All right, my man. Well, it was fun having you on the show. Is there anything you want to plug personally where people can follow you? Or I think you're on Instagram. What's your Instagram?
Everything is just my name, man. Facebook, Instagram, all that stuff. Just Robert Oberst. Follow me. Check it out.
All right, my man.
Me, guys.
Yeah, great having you on the show, and good luck with everything.
All right, bud.
Later.
Thanks, Robert.
Later.
Miss you. Doesn't miss me back.
God, he sounded so fat. I could hear the cholesterol through the phone.
Awesome dude, though.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was trying to pull teeth with him out there at the end. He sounded like he didn't want to talk about it, but I believe his mother is a breast cancer survivor. So I think
it's amazing.
That's big reason why he got involved with those people, and then just to be charitable. I'm sure
help out. I'll go buy some socks with his face on it. That's hilarious.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's funny.
His silhouette, not his real face. So I want the real face.
Have you seen those socks? They're like hecka popular now. They'll have like Dennis Rodman. It's literally a picture of Dennis Rodman on the socks. Like, that's fucking great. Karl Malone. I was gonna buy you some white guy, like Kevin McHale or something. Would be funny.
So it's like that. They're like that. Then?
No, I doubt it. I think it's a silhouette. So it's probably just like a icon or logo.
I did like how he mentioned how he does CrossFit. I think that's great.
That is great.
That's gonna kill somebody's ideas.
Well, who else mentioned that? Matt Vincent, another guy top of the game.
It's like whatever people want to say about CrossFit. I mean, basically what he's saying is that he does something every minute on the minute. Whether CrossFit invented that or the military or whoever.
Yeah.
CrossFit made a lot of these things popular. Supersetting's been around forever. Giant sets and things like that, doing 2 or 3 things at a time.
Yeah.
All these things have been around forever, but what he's basically just saying is like, fuck it, man, I don't care about this or that. I'm going to use everything I can to make myself better. I need to be better conditioned. I need to be stronger, and so I'm going to do all these things. He said his grip sucks, so he got rid of straps for a while because he knows that his grip is a weak point. And even with straps, your grip is still going to be – you got to still be able to grab onto the strap and hold on to it.
Right.
I mean, the straps definitely help a lot, and you can lock yourself in really well with straps, but it's not like you can only hold 135 and you'll pull 8 with straps on. They're not going to make that big of a difference, even if your lower back is strong. Yeah,
even Matt Vincent mentioned he goes to CrossFit gyms. There's a CrossFit gym by him that he goes there and works out. I mean, there's no reason not to. Well,
I think the more athletic that you are, the better off you're. The longer you can hold on to your athleticism, the better off you're going to be.
Yeah.
We saw a great example of that when Donnie Thompson was here.
Yeah.
Donnie Thompson's huge. I mean, he weighs like 400 pounds, but that guy can move really well. He did a lot of training with no belt. He did a lot of training, I guess, basically you just say the hard way. He just did stuff that was hard. He would superset his dynamic effort squats with kettlebell work, and it was the most insane thing I've ever seen in my life. He's huge.
Well, can you imagine Robert Oberst, not in a Speedo, imagine he's in clothes, but going back and forth from a hot tub to a pool, stretching? He said he stretches in that. I mean, that's, it's just so simple.
It just sounds it sounds gross, though.
Yeah, but it's a way to elongate your fucking career. You
Like
know?
I would just never go back in my pool or hot tub again after he been through with it. You know what I mean?
Imagine he would take up. That was so funny. He said we didn't catch the joke because he was telling a story, but he said he wanted to take an ice bath at the Arnold, but he couldn't fucking find a bath, like a hotel bath.
Oh, he looks like a fat baby in his sink that's too small.
His left leg would fit in a hotel bath.
Yeah, he's only got like a little bit of water over here.
Yeah.
A little bit. He's like, he's all out of the water the whole time.
Yeah, he had a better luck just go jump in the snow outside.
He's only like 8% covered with water.
So gross.
But a message always seems to come back to don't be afraid to try other things to make yourself better.
I'm trying everything.
Yeah, you never know. You never know what's going to make you more betterist. Try as many different things as you can.
That's why we're doing yoga this weekend, you and I. Just made that up.
What the what?
But you have been doing yoga, right?
I did yoga the other day. Did I tell you that? Tony Orton is the most annoying fucker on the planet. Do you know Tony Orton?
He is.
He's the guy that runs P90X. I'm trying to stretch, and he's fucking screaming at me and shit.
I don't know.
He's annoying as shit.
I don't know anything about it.
You know P90X.
I do.
All right. The guy that's in the fucking screen, that's fucking Tony Orton, and all he does is yell at you. He's
Son of a
rude.
bitch.
He's rude as shit. I'm coming for you, Tony.
All right. Well, I think we're good. I think we're good on this podcast, and big thanks to Robert Oberst for being on the show.
He's so fat.
I'm at
So
Mark
handsome.
Schmelly Bell on the Twitters and on the Instagrams.
You can find me at Silent Mike, 2Ks, Twitter, Instagram.
I'm Jim McD, STTV, everywhere that I would want you to find me. Follow us on Twitter at STJimSack and Facebook /SuperTrainingGym. And if you want, so we used Instagram today to help us out with questions for Robert. If you want to give your Instagram experience a little bit of a twist, just search the hashtag #AfterSex. It's really disturbing.
What?
And
May all your shits be tapered.
Exactly.
Bye.
Subscribe to Power Magazine at thepowermagazine.com. If you choose the digital edition, you can catch up on all the great back issues, take your training to the next level with Slingshot products at howmuchyoubench.net, and look for BSN products including NO Explode at bodybuilding.com. Mark Bell's PowerCast is a production of supertraining.tv.